right. Band is nearby. We won't need that right off the bat. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down a couple times. Good. Feet are in parallel. Abs are zipped up. We're going to lift up on our tippy toes. Hold that balance for a moment before you lower your heels. Try not to rock backwards. Hold. So we're going to lift up and gently down. Lift up and gently down. As you come down, try to barely just tap those heels, not slam down. Good. Do whatever you need to with your arms. You want to keep them here in namaskar position, out to the side, whatever. You can do the quarter ball that I'm doing. 4 more like this. Last 2. Last 1. Simple adjustment. Bring those heels together. Little V, Flo-Lates V with your feet. Abs still in. And we're going to roll back up again. And we're going to stay on those toes. We're not going to lower the heels all the way. So halfway down, all the way up. Half down and up. So a little faster. And those pads should be feeling this fairly soon. 4, 2, 1. Tap. Give those arms a nice little swing. In a moment, we're going to take 2 steps to the left. In 4, 3, here we go. If you're going the other way, don't worry about it. Add a hamstring curl at the end if you can. Heel comes up towards your booty. Good. One more time, both ways. Hold it here, hamstring curl. Hands on your hips. Lean forward a little bit and start scraping the floor so you feel your glutes and your hammies. Arms are going to come up when you're ready. Squeeze back. A little bit of posture work. We're going to be working those posture muscles, rhomboids, deltoids, rear deltoids, quite a bit today with the bands. It won't be super heavy, but hopefully enough that you feel it. All right, keep going with those hands. Toes come in front. Keep squeezing at a knee lift. And then arms come down, lat pull. When you're ready, up and over. And then begin to give it a nice twist at your waist. We'll stay on one leg and double time it. In 4, 3, 2, double time it. Nice. Two more. Relax it down. Step touch again. Swing those arms, please. In a moment, 2 steps in the opposite direction as before. 4, 3, 2. Here you go. Add that hamstring curl. Heel pulls up behind your hip. Good. Hold it here. Hamstrings only, hands on your hips. Start to really scrape through those feet. Arms up, elbows a little higher than your hands, squeeze. Again, working those posture muscles. Good. Keep your hands going. Bring that toe in front. Knee lift. And then as you're ready, pull down. And then as you're ready, cross it over and start to add a twist. Rotation at the waistline. So hips come across. In a moment, we'll stay on the opposite leg and double time. 4, 3, 2. Here we go. Good. Last one. Step it out. Roll those shoulders out of your ears, wide stance, bend those knees, right shoulder in, back up, left shoulder in, alternating, widen that stance, good. Legs straight, abs drawn in, bring your hands down, walk out into a plank, wide legs, but look how narrow your hands are, not a push-up. We're going to do that tricep work here. So bend your elbows and straighten. Elbows come backwards, body lowers in a straight line. Even try to keep that head in line with your spine. Make sure your booty's not sticking up. Your abs are drawn in. Good, last one, hover halfway down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press it back, walk it back. Shake those arms. Good, walk those feet in. Bend those knees again. Put that chest. Bring those arms up. And then let's go ahead and grab that band. All right, we're going to start with some outer hip work. So take your band, lengthen it out for now. Step into it with your right foot. And then your left. And then cross the band into your right hand. Palm is up, facing front. Thumb is up, sorry. All right. And then turn those left toes in. Make sure that leg is nice and straight. It'll want to bend. Bring your hand up to your hip for now. And just do that leg lift. Look at, look. Cross the band. Opposite hand. So looking, yeah, there we go. If you want, straighten the arm out to the side. And now you should feel a little bit of work in your bicep and your shoulder as you lift that leg. And then if you want, lift the leg and give you a little bicep curl. Lift and bicep. Lift and bicep. You're keeping your palm towards the front, your thumb up, outer hip, bicep, shoulder stability. Notice if your foot is coming down and staying. Can you lift it up? Can you tap it down? 4 more like this. Last two. Last one. Hold the arm out, turn your toe in, keep it off the ground, and lift, lift, lift. And relax. Yowza! Hopefully yowza in that left hip. Other side. Step into it with your left foot. Right foot comes in. And then that band goes across your body. So sort of looks like half of an X. Palm facing front, thumb is up. Turn, your right toes in. Flex through that heel, tighten that quad. Simply lift that leg off the ground. You can bring your fist to your hip for now. Then you can open that arm and hold it there. Or you can add a bicep curl as you lift that leg. Think about that right leg. Is it nice and straight? Is this toe? So you're going to get that outer hip work. Good. Hold everything up. Pulse the leg. And relax. Ow! Again, that should have been some nice outer hip work there. Grab your chair. For now, you can let your band just rest. Let the band rest. Tricep work again. Hands on the outside of that chair. Pike it up, and then hips down into a nice plank position, modified lifted plank. The elbows come backwards and straighten. So you're really working those triceps again. Almost. Cover for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo, press it back, bend those knees. Hang it up. All right. We're going to turn that chair so you have the back of your chair handy. Okay. So listen really carefully. I'm going to pause a moment so that everybody's with me on this one. Put one end of your band down, and I'm going to say the same leg I'm on. Left foot on top of it. Right foot underneath it, right? So the top of my foot is under it so that I can take the band around that foot. So hopefully you can see that my band went around outside and then up through the arch. So that should secure your foot. Make sure your right foot is securely on that band. Turn and face your chair with your hips. Bend that right knee for me, please. So you don't want to be way up here. Bend that right knee so you can hinge for a moment. Just hold on to the band for now. Lift that left leg up. Leading with the heel. Try to get the leg in line with the rest of your torso. So if you're on a slight lean, don't go way up here. But if you're farther down, you lift the leg a little higher. If and when you want, thumb up again. Anterior deltoid, that's the front of your shoulder. Your leg lifts, your straight arm lifts, straight arm. Left leg is bent, right leg is straight, right arm is straight. Last two like this. Last one, hold it up. Bend a little deeper into that left leg, bend your right elbow, lift your right leg. We're going to pulse, bend and lift, bend and lift. And relax. All right. If you worked what you intended to, both hips should be a little sore. Switch it up for me, please. All right, bend. Step on it with your right foot. Good secure stand so that you're not going to lose it. Left foot goes under it. Bring that around the outside of the foot and comes up inside of the arch. Good. Bend that right knee. Extend that left leg straight. Hand on your hip. You can put it on your chair if you want. And lift straight up. Good. Keep that going. You want to add the arm. Again, nice straight arm. Thumb to the sky. Palm is facing you. Two more. Hold it up. Bend the elbow a little bit. Lift and bend. Lift and bend. And relax. Woo. First side again, please. Actually, we're going to do one round of tricep dips, and then we'll get right back to that. So you won't need your band for this. You're going to sit on your chair towards the front. Hands on that chair. Bend your knees. Slip your hips off the front, but don't lift up like that. So booty back. Use your arms to bend and straighten. Try not to move your hips. Lower and lift. More challenge, feet walk away. Farther away, more challenge, but make sure your hips are still sliding up and down, not coming up, forward and down. And sit up in your chair. Woo! Shake those arms out. All right. We spin that chair around. We're going to go into that format that we had a moment ago. So we're going to change it slightly. Band down, step on it with your left foot. Right foot under it, band under the right foot. Hold on to your chair with some tension. Bend that right knee, bend that left knee, rock into it. Bring that right leg up. First, you're going to just press to the sky. Heel lift. Feel that in your booty. Good. Then you're going to try to extend that arm at the same time and give me a bicep curl. Little bicep, I know. 4, 3, 2, bicep curl. And then we're going to press the leg away and the arm away. In and out. Rowing with the upper arm, using some quad as we push out with the leg. And relax. So again, hopefully that got that rear chain. Woo, switch it up. Band on the ground. Step into it with your right foot. Left foot goes under it. Band comes around. Arch side. Hold on to your chair for starters. Bend both knees. Good. Left leg up. And just start with that heel press to the sky. Feel that hamstring and that booty. Good. And then if you want to add on, little bicep. And now we're going to go that straight arm, pressing out, rolling back, pressing out, leg straight, arm straight. This should be kind of intense. This for me anyway. Two more. And relax. All right. Chair. We get to sit again. Okay. Again, towards the front of your chair. Take your band over the top of your right foot, please. Cross it behind at the arch. So you have two sides and that leg is super, that foot is wrapped up. All right. Bring that into your, are you on, if you're, whatever foot you're on. I hope I said left, but I like Robin. Now, if you roll back, I want you to sit as tall as you can. Palm down, pull back with that elbow. Keep that leg at hip height without rolling backwards. And when you're ready, when you pull back, I want you to point your toes. Flex, point, flex. You should feel, again, posture muscles back here. A little bit of ab work, just control from dropping into this. And that quad should start talking to you at some point. You can try different angles if you want. Out to the side will be a little more intense on that quad. Make sure your elbow is higher than your hand. 3, 2, and relax that down. Let go of that foot, and then band across the top of the opposite, around behind, crisscross at the arch, and bring that into the same hand. Palm down, shoulders out of your ears, sit tall. If you lift that leg way up here and you roll back, then just don't lift it quite as high. Just start with that rowing motion. Again, elbow is higher than your wrist, palm is facing down. When you're ready, point the toes as you bring your elbow back. Sit nice and tall. I feel like I'm slumping. Out to the side, probably a little more quad work for you. Four more. Last two. And last one. All right. We're going to use our booty to sit on that band. Now, depending on what your shoulder strength is and any shoulder issues you have, is how much you're gonna, how tight you're gonna have these bands. Do have equal, my tail is long on this side, so I have equal tension. Because all you're doing, you're just gonna do a nice shoulder press, if that's okay with your shoulders. If you have shoulder issues, I want you to Gold Coast and just halfway up. While we're doing this, let's just do those heel raises. What the heck, right? There's no weight on those calves, but there's a lot of repetition coming up here. Just a few more. Don't want to overwork the tops of the shoulders. Good. Relax that down. Let's roll those shoulders out a couple times. Beautiful. And we are coming on up. Okay. Chair off to your right again, please. Okay, step on that band with your left foot, and then grab it with your left hand. Sit back with your right, and bend that left knee. You're going to start easy with just the triceps here. Pinky to the sky. Don't let this shoulder collapse forward. Keep it back. Press. Good. Keep that going. Sorry. If you want to add on, you can lift that back leg. Extend. Hold it up, straight arm, straight leg, lift them both. Halfway. And relax. So again, not just tricep, but that should have gotten that shoulder. You can stay on that same side. I'm going to move the chair so I'll be towards the front, facing the front. Step through, opposite leg. Palm faces back, shoulder out of your ear. Standing leg is bent, back leg is straight. When you're ready, just start with that tricep. Bend and straighten, bend and straighten. And when you're ready, extend that back leg at the same time. Two more. Good. Straight arm, straight leg, and lift. Palm to the sky, shoulder out of your ear. Three, two, and one. Woo. Shake that out. All right. Now, we are certainly not done, but we're going to head down with our chair and our band handy, please. All right, and we're going to start nice and easy, which is some rowing again. So you're going to take that band across the tops of both feet, walk your feet a little bit apart, and then bring those bands around the arches again. And then you're just going to start to walk your hips back, but maybe keep a gentle bend in your knees. All right, thumbs up this time, and we're not going up here for that upright row. Whichever allows you to get a straight spine is what you do with your knees. Bent, maybe you can straighten them if that spine will stay straight. Again, just some posture awareness here. Four more. Last two. The last one, elbows back, hold, thumbs to the sky. Give me tiny pulses, squeeze, squeeze. Shoulder blades come together. And relax, de-loop that for now. We're gonna scoot forward so that your feet can rest in your chair. Now, you have two options. Let's try that more challenging option first, which is going to be to fold your band in half. If that doesn't work, you're going to end up going back to single, but you're going to have a tighter grip. Once you folded it in half, put one hand through the loop, and then the other hand holds the band as much as possible with long fingers. A lot of you guys have done this with me before. Bring that the band across your hips. All right, very important. Get all 10 fingers on the ground. Try to get your wrist on the ground. Forearm, elbow, triceps, shoulders. Keep them on the ground as you lift your hips as high as you feel you can. Keep your shoulders down, keep your hands down, lift up, lift up, lift up. Hands down. Four, three, 2, and 1. Relax that down. And you should also have felt that in your triceps. So lift that band up over your head and just stretch for a moment. Let your ribs pop, and then tuck them under. Let them pop, tuck them under. One more time, let those ribs pop and tuck them under. All right, next round, a little more challenge. Fingertips down, hands, wrists, elbows, forearms, triceps, etc. Nod your head yes, pull your ribs in, walk your heels to the front edge of your chair, lift your hips, but keep your hands down, extend your right leg straight up in the air. Little lift with that left. And relax. Right foot in, deep breath in, hips lift up, left leg extends, here we go. Try and keep those hands down, every part of your arm. Almost there, and relax. Bring those bands across your shins for just a second. Get a little stretch in that low back. All right, I think you can press that chair out of your way now. Okay, so we're going to keep both knees bent for now. We are going to lasso, we're going to try this single band, but you might end up doubling it up. Bring that band across the top of your right foot, crisscross behind, and then grab both parts of the band with your right hand. Left leg is off to the side. Bring your right elbow down. Okay, so a couple things. This shoulder wants to lift up, I want you to leave it down. This hip wants to roll, I want you to square your hips. And then keeping your right hand where it is, lift that right leg, but don't let the right arm move in and out. More challenging would be to slide your hand down the band and keep the whole arm on the ground. So you should be working your inner thigh, by the way. And then again, a lot of stability in this arm. You can do it up here that gets a little easier, or down here a little more challenged. Hopefully inner thigh and quad. And then bring that in. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So go across the top of your left foot, crisscross behind. And then again, as you bring that right leg over to the side to counterbalance, try and keep the right hip down. You can bend that left elbow and go from there. That's going to be a little bit easier. Or for that bigger challenge, you straighten that left arm out on the ground, try and keep it down as you lift up, using that inner thigh and some quad. And relax. That was a little different. Hopefully that worked for you guys. All right. So now everyone's gonna fold that band in half. And bring it across your thighs, midway across your thighs, please. Again, this is important. Take the loose end through the loop, right? And hold that as you roll onto your side in your top hand. So I've now lassoed my thighs, the loop, or I'm holding onto the loose ends because they came through the loop. Then I'm going to take that top hand and I'm going to do what we call knuckling down. So put those knuckles on the ground and you're going to keep them there. You're not going to let your hand come up and down. So you are going to be using, again, some stability here. Lift your waistline, let your head rest on your arms. Give me a Pilates V with your feet if you can. So heels together, toes apart. Open your top leg, feel the tension, feel that this arm has to stabilize. Keep the legs open and push another 4 inches open. Open, 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 open. Your toes are on the ground, but your heels are lifted. Outer hip. Shoulder stability. Ha. Hold it up, leave it there, give me a pulse, pulse. And relax. Woo. Leave yourself tied up, please. Switch to the other side. You're gonna lie down. Arm resting right underneath that ear, top elbow up, knuckle down, stack your hips, lift your waistline. Sorry, I think my iPad just moved. I'll fix that in a second. Heels together, toes apart, lift your leg open and open. Pressing open. Try and keep those legs apart for 4, 3, 2, 1. Press and pulse, 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 pulse. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Relax. Again, hopefully you felt that in that upper hip. Okay. All right, we're going to do one more little bit of work with our upper body as we start to add in our abs. So hands are about shoulder distance, not quite shoulder distance apart, right above you. Shoulders out of your ears. Relax those shoulder blades on the ground. We're just going to do, with those ribs pulled down, a few shoulder retractions, right? So we reach to the sky and we squeeze back and down. Reach to the sky, squeeze back and down, and keep that going for me, please. that was just me, not even the cat. I can't blame that on her. She's still resting. All right, so a couple more shoulder retractions. This is just a really good exercise for what we call the serratus anterior muscle that rests against your shoulder blade. Last 2 and last 1. Keeping those ribs flat, deep breath in, Exhale, lift those shoulder blades up, then bring yourself up to match them, leave them down on your shoulders, lift them up over your head, and press out to each side. Exhale, center, and come down. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift the shoulders, match it, arms overhead, press out, and then come back down. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift, lift. Inhale, stretch, open, and exhale down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift, lift. Shoulders out of your ears, arms overhead, press out in opposite directions, and come down. Again, inhaling and exhaling and lifting and pressing and down. 2 more like that. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift, reach. Last time, you're going to stay up. Head, neck, and shoulders off the ground. Shoulders out of your ears. Press out, out, out. Start to stack your legs. 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms overhead, over your shoulders. Extend your legs. Open your legs and your arms for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Tap your knees. Inhale, reach, and press, 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 and tap. You can do this with your head down if your neck is bothering you. Try and get your shoulders down, your shoulder blades down your spine. One more. And hug those knees in with the band. Take a little break. So that was one version of double leg stretch. We're going to change that a little bit. So stack your knees again and take your bands across the front of your thighs. Hands by your side. Think about that bridge we did a few minutes ago where your fingers were long and every part of your arm was on the ground. I want you to imagine that right now. They're not going to be on the ground, but they're also not going to be bent. Deep breath in. Exhale, head, neck, and shoulders off the ground. Bring your knees towards you as you stretch your arms away from you and then come halfway. Reach halfway. Knees in, arms long, halfway back down. Reach, reach. So as my fingers reach long, my knees come in. You're creating extra tension yourself. Not a rolling motion, right? So we're not doing this and that. Both together and then apart. Together, apart. Hands reaches, knees come in. Halfway down. Reach. Good. If your hands are way up at your knees, lower them down a little bit. Yeah, better. Because I want that band across your mid-thigh. And then notice if your wrist has cocked, try and straighten that, please. Good job. Are you feeling these? Hopefully. All right. Let's say that you did, and we'll relax now. All right. Okay. We're going to do a lovely leg circle. We don't always do that in this class, but when we have the bands, it's an awesome time to use that. So band goes across the top of your right foot, crisscross behind, and then hold that band in your right hand. And you can be pretty, choke up on that band quite a bit. Left leg is bent for now. First thing I want you to do is rock your hips until you know that both hips are equally resting on the ground. Left hand on your abs or your rib cage or your hip so that you can feel if you start to move around. Deep breath in, exhale, pull the belly button in, point your right toes. Give me a small circle in one direction without moving your hips or your abs or your ribs, and then reverse that circle. So inhaling as you start your circle, exhaling as you finish it. Notice your left leg. Is the knee wobbling in and out? You don't want that to happen. Now, if you feel like you can do this without moving the hips, you can start to make bigger circles. And if you want, you could straighten out that left leg and flex through that heel. So this is a subtle exercise, but really about stability in your torso. One more time, and then bend that right knee in, take that lasso off your foot. Remember how you did that? Lasso the top of your left foot, crisscross behind, hands, grab that band, point your toes, right hand stabilizes or checks on things. Make sure equal weight in both hips you have. That's my Yoda speak. Reverse your circles every time. When you feel as if you can, maybe make those circles bigger. If you have the flexibility, straighten that right leg out on the ground. Oops. A few more, please. And then relax. All right, we are going to, let's let the band be long to start with, across the top of your mat. Bring yourself over onto your abs. Find a plank, whether that's on the fronts of your thighs or however, and then grab your band. Rotate towards me. Take that top hand and lift that band up, and then come back down into your forward plank. Don't be slack. Forward plank, rotate, open, opposite direction, and back through center. Find your plank, and then open. So you're just rotating through center, and then opening to the opposite side. Forward plank, side plank with that lift. Nice, looks good. Beautiful, nice job, Erin. Erin's, I guess. And when you are ready, come down, press back, hips sit on your heels, take a quick break. And then when you are ready, mosey away seated position, please. All right, let's take the band across the tops of both feet, around behind, grabbing your inner arches. And then hold on to that band. Hinge back a little bit so you're in a balanced position. Lift your legs tabletop. We've done this before. I want to challenge you to leave your knees directly over your hips and yet roll yourself up using your biceps and your abs to come all the way up, chest next to your legs. Knees stay atop those hips, and then you bring it back up again. So you're trying to move your torso without moving your legs. Try a couple of those for me, please. Doing your best not to kick your legs out. And then next time you come up, straighten your legs and try to move your legs without moving your torso up and down. Now you know we're going to put this together, and it's not the comfortable way. We lay everything flat on the ground. Deep breath in. On the exhale, you begin to peel both ends of your body up off the mat into that V, lift through the chest, shoulders out of your ears, and then you exhale and roll everything down. If that's a lot on your back, do just the legs or just the arms. Here we go. Inhaling at the bottom, exhaling, peeling and lifting and reaching, and exhaling with control on the way down. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, lift, inhale, hold at the top, lift through your chest. If you can do that last little bit. And then meet me at the top in your V, hold, abs in, arms up, 4, 3, 2, and let go. Untangle. It's good time now. We get to stretch with these bands. So let's bring the band across the top of the right foot and bring it behind. So we've lassoed just that right foot. Bring that into your right hand. And we're going to do what we did earlier when we went to use this for an inner thigh, but we're going to use it for a stretch right now. So that right leg just drops to the right and the left leg drops open. Try and keep equal weight in both hips. And just feel that inner thigh stretch. If you want a little more hamstring, pull your toes closer to your face. Then reach around with your left hand, bring it up. And we're going to straighten out that left leg, sorry. Bend your right knee in. Maybe choke up a little more on those bands. Flex through your heel and then press the leg as straight as you can. Feel that deep hamstring stretch. Flex the ball of the foot towards the ceiling and then point the toes up. And then toes come back, ball of the foot pulls back, heel presses up, and we bend that knee in, and we're gonna bring it slightly to the left, and we're gonna extend it again, toe turns in. Bring the band into your left hand and let that leg hang in space, outer hip stretch. And then one more time, bring it back through center. Untangle as you bend the knee. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh, passive figure 4. Bend that left knee, thread your needle. You can extend that left leg up if you want and use that right elbow against the right thigh. And then everything comes together. Give that a nice big hug. Rock your hips. And finally, arms into your T position. Knees drop left, please. Ooh. Use your left elbow. Press everything back through center. Lasso your left foot by putting the band across the top of the foot first, and then crisscrossing behind at the arch. Leg comes up. And we're going to let that leg drop to the left as your right knee opens. Left elbow supports it. Should be a nice inner thigh stretch, a little hamstring. You can pull those toes closer towards your forehead for deeper stretch on the hamstring. Reach over with your right hand, straighten your right leg. Choke up on that band and bring that knee in. Flex through your heel. And then press the heel to the sky with a straight leg. There might be some bouncing. Push the ball of the foot to the sky, and then the toes go up. And then the toes come back, the ball of the foot comes back, heel presses up, and one more time, ball of the foot, toes, and then toes, ball of the foot, bend that knee in again. And bring that across in a bent knee position, and then you can straighten that leg and let it hang in space, outer hip, and IT band toe down. Bend the knee in. Take that off and cross your ankle over your thigh, please. Let's thread that needle. Grab hold of the hamstring. If you want to straighten out that right leg and use your left elbow against the left thigh, that's fine. And then bend both knees, crisscross, deep stretch, couple rocks side to side. And then eventually with arms in a T position, knees drop right, please. And then use that right elbow to push everything back up through center. Knees are going to come in. We're just going to rock in sort of a half of a happy baby. That doesn't sound right. Baby would not be very happy if they were halved. All right, and then you can either put your feet down and roll up, or you can move them to one side, knees to one side, and roll over on that side, and then meet me on all fours. Please unmute yourselves for your cat turkey. So we're going to press up in our cat stretch. Tuck those hips under. Let that head drop. Feel free to make your meow sound. And as we open for this month, it's a turkey. I don't hear you all. That's okay. Exhale and opening your turkey. Thank you. Walk your hands a little bit forward, tuck your toes forward, and then go up. Walk those hands back, pedal out one heel at a time to get a nice stretch in your calves. Good. Wide stance, walk it back, bend the knees a lot, hands on your thighs, cat turkey. Shoulders out of your ears, lift it up. Very nice job, everyone. Thank you guys for being here. If you have a moment, we do have a trivia question.
Thank you, Flo.